Namibian-born hooker Louis van der Westhuizen has become a regular face in Bloemfontein after joining the Toyota Cheetahs in 2020. Known as Chucky to his teammates, Louis has also played in 2 Rugby World Cups during his career, so we sat down with the former Northwest University pick man to hear where his love for the game started.
So my first rugby memory was maybe playing next to the field when my big brother played his rugby games. I was always a little bit bigger than my peers, so I always had to play upper level or a higher age group, and then suddenly I stopped going, so that's why I'm a hooker now. Funny enough, I never really wanted to make it a career. I just played rugby for the love of the game, went to varsity cup or varsity, and Coach Malusi, he actually got me from a hostel rugby. So I played hostel rugby with my brother, which is quite special. And then obviously he needed a hooker. He saw me at hostel rugby and he said, no, you know what, come and play for me. And at that time I was still busy studying, so I didn't want to make it a career. I just helped out and things started working for me and fell into place. And yeah, I am where I am now. I think it started at under 19. I got Leopard's Rugby Player of the Year. And then I thought, maybe I can make a career out of this and keep grinding. On the field, as a young boy, I always looked up at Richie McCaw. I know he's not a hooker, but just his work rate and his ability to do the small things right and absolutely play every game to his best of his abilities. So that was my role model on the field. Off the field, it's difficult. I have so much role models. I think my brother was one, my parents obviously. So it's difficult to point one out. So I was born in Windhoek, Namibia, up until matric. Obviously, like I said, I always played a age group above me up until under 14. Yeah, I played under 14. Up until matric, I played first team, never played Karen Week. I once made Academy Week under 17, and yeah, I just realized that I'm not probably going to make it in rugby, so I just started studying engineering at the Northwest University. And then I played hostel rugby. From hostel rugby, Coach Malusi pulled me up until Leopards under 19. And from Leopards under 19, I actually got a call up to Namibian senior side. So I played a few games for the Namibian senior side, and then from there on I went to the World Cup 2015. From 2015 I got back to varsity to continue my studies, and I actually started playing varsity cup. So I played varsity cup for 5 years for the Northwest University. Got a short stint at the Blue Bulls, and when COVID struck I needed a change, and Coach Harvey's was generous and gave me an offer here at the Free State Cheetahs. It's a good but bad memory for me. I actually went up and from the bench played about 20 minutes and got a yellow card on my debut, so it's one for the books. It's difficult to forget it. So yeah, I actually played my debut against the Pumas and got a yellow card, yeah, in Bloemfontein, and got a yellow card for a dangerous tackle. So it's quite difficult to forget. Coach Harvey's is definitely one of the coaches that is good under pressure, because he's always calm, he never yells and swears and stuff. I've been under coaches that really get hectic in the cloaks, and so he's calm, collective, and that keeps us calm and keeps you focused, even on his training sessions. Obviously there's days that he gets quite angry and so, but he's never like pedantic or yells on you or swears you or something like that. So that makes it easy for us to know that he's confident and he trusts us and so on. And the coaching staff, Coach Isak is obviously the coach that I work with the most. Yeah, he puts in a lot of effort in his preparation, analysis on the game. So that makes us more focused, knowing that what the other team's going to do, what we have to focus on, and just keeping sharp and productive. That's quite funny. 2015, I was the youngest and the smallest hooker on the World Cup, so I was quite intimidated, knowing the stat. Huge honor, obviously playing for your country and putting on that jersey at a World Cup is phenomenal. 2019, I played more rugby on a senior level or on a bigger level. So 2019 was my better World Cup year, and I actually started against the Springboks and they won the World Cup that year. So that was definitely the hardest game of my life, just because they are so physical. Everyone's bigger than you, stronger than you, faster than you. So that was definitely, playing the Springboks is something I'll always remember in a World Cup that they won. So that's awesome. I think the attributes that makes a good hooker is playing like a loose forward, or being an extra loose forward on the field, making turnovers, making good reads on defense. Obviously, you have your primary jobs, but I think the best hooker in the world probably is Malcolm Marx at the moment. He's just phenomenal. If he starts good. If he's playing from the bench, he plays good from the bench. I think so. His mindset is just different. No matter how much time he gets, if it's 5 minutes or 40 minutes or 60 minutes, he's always good, and he makes good turnovers. His lineout is good. So my nickname is Chucky. Everyone knows me as Chucky, even my parents call me Chucky. It also started on varsity. When I was in the hostel, there was 2 Louis in the hostel. So the older Louis has to keep his name, and the younger Louis has to get a nickname. And yeah, it started in varsity when I just tried everything. I tried playing netball, cricket, swimming for the hostel team, you know, at everything, culture group and everything. And they said I'm like Chuck Norris, he can do everything. And yeah, it started with Chuck, and then it went over to Chucky, and it just sticked in every team. Yo, rugby is so special because it's so unpredictable. When you look at the All Blacks, one day you're on top, next day you're 5th or 4th. So that's the beauty of the game. Everyone can play it, no matter your shape, your size, your weight, or you small or fast or slow. Everyone can play rugby, and that's what makes it so special. The brotherhood you get in rugby lasts for a lifetime. So yeah, that's awesome. You play with different culture groups. You learn different cultures and how people do different stuff. So yeah, just making sure that you stay on the same page with everyone is awesome.